Hi everyone, today our team at Headspace Warrnambool and Portland want to present to you different ways to surviving Lockdown 2.0, but also give you an understanding of what are normal feelings during this time. Headspace would like to acknowledge Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people as Australia's first people and traditional custodians. We value their culture, identities and continuing connection to country, waters, kin and community. We pay respects to elders past and present and are committed to making a positive contribution to the well-being of Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander young people by providing services that are welcoming, safe, culturally appropriate and inclusive. So what we'll cover today, the first section is how to cope with stress related to COVID-19. Second section is tips to maintaining a healthy headspace. The third section is our Headspace services locally. And the fourth section are other services for young people. Section 1, how to cope with the stress related to COVID. Understanding your feelings. It can be stressful and overwhelming during COVID-19, and we have all been affected differently. If lockdown the first time wasn't hard enough, second time round can be even harder. Our work, home and social environment have changed. Our sleep has likely to be disrupted, and we've been experiencing higher levels of financial stress. We have had to adapt to a new and unfamiliar way of living, as we have had to cancel holidays, birthdays and other events that normally give our brain a break and provoke a sense of fun, normality, social cohesion and relaxation. So just a reminder that for a lot of us, we've been stuck in fight or flight mode since March. It's okay if you haven't been as productive as you've liked, learnt a new skill or exercised every day. We're suffering a collective stress response, and it's admirable if you've even been able to make it through the day. When we're in constant fight or flight mode, we begin to burn out. Our brain is stuck in survival mode, meaning that we are less able to regulate our emotions and think normally. It makes sense why we are all so exhausted, burnt out, or are lacking motivation at the moment. We've been hit with 6 months of fight and flight hormones, which can be devastating impact on our emotional regulation, confidence, motivation, self-esteem, and overall psychological and physical well-being. Some common reactions: fear and anxiety. So during this time, you might feel worried about the virus and how it might affect you, your loved ones, or your life. Denial. When bad things happen, some people might prefer not to think about them at all. But our feelings can catch up to us by surprising us later on. So find time to think about what is happening now and how you are going. Anger, frustration and confusion. It can be hard to understand what to do in these situations because of the volume of different information. It can leave you confused and frustrated. Remember, this is normal. Events like these can reduce the things we normally do in our days, and that seems unfair. Sadness. When you have been asked to stay at home or stop normal activities, you might feel disconnected from people or things in your life. Section 2. Tips to maintain a healthy headspace during COVID. Be mindful of exposure to information through stories and social media. It can be really helpful to take a break from 24-hour news cycles and keep off socials. Do things that make you feel safe and connected, and be with those who are helpful to your well-being. Check in with them regularly by sending them a text, call or FaceTime. Engage in activities that promote a sense of calm and feeling grounded. Use of alcohol and other drugs can be counterproductive with this. Examples of this could be getting outside for some fresh air if you've been inside all day, use mindfulness, or having some time away from screens. We acknowledge that some helpful activities that people use aren't possible at the moment, but that there are a lot of things that can be done that are helpful and safe. Our 7 tips for a healthy headspace demonstrate simple and effective things that can help people to create and maintain a healthy headspace. They are getting into life. An example of this: setting yourself a routine or do things that you enjoy, Learn skills to handle tough times. Some examples of this can be understanding your own triggers, learning how to manage stress, and how to problem solve. Create connections. Eat well, stay active, get enough sleep, and cut back on alcohol and other drugs. It can help to talk to a trusted adult if things feel like it's becoming a bit too much. We urge you to reach out for help from friends, family, teacher, school counsellor, or a therapist. Section 3. Our local Headspace services. Headspace Warrnambool and Portland are still operating to support you via telehealth. Our services are youth-friendly, bulk-billed and confidential. Telehealth allows you to talk to a Headspace counsellor through a phone or video call rather than seeing them in person. The Headspace counsellor will listen and help you with strategies to get you through tough times. This step is to ensure the safety of young people, their family and friends, and the staff working in Headspace centres. How to get in contact? So Headspace Warrnambool, you can call 1300 276 749 or email hswarrnambool@brophy.org.au, or Headspace Portland, you can call 5522 1484 or email hportland@brophy.org.au. Section 4. Other services. If you are wondering when you should get help, it's when you ever feel unable to cope because of overwhelming or intense emotions, or if you are having any thoughts of harming yourself, then ask for help. Some national 24/7 crisis services, such as Lifeline, Suicide Callback Service, or Beyond Blue, and Yarning Safe and Strong. Additional youth services such as eHeadspace, Kids Helpline, Reach Out, and Sane Australia. So if you're feeling tired, burnt out, in need of a holiday, consistently sad, frustrated for no reason, these are completely normal reactions to COVID-19. So from our Headspace Warrnambool and Portland teams, please stay safe, stay at home, and you're not alone.